Hi, I'm star of stage and screen Jonny Harris. Here I am in beautiful, historic St. John's, Newfoundland, the oldest city in North America, to find out about one of marine engineering's most exciting upcoming companies, Genoa Design International. Just give me a sec. Let's do it! So, Leonard, what exactly is Genoa Design?
Genoa Design is a production design firm, and we provide production design services for the shipbuilding industry. Production design is taking, creating a vessel on computer in 3D and providing all the information necessary for the shipyard to be able to cut out all the parts, bend all the parts, and we can actually develop a build sequence in that computer model so that we create drawings that show the shipyard step by step how to put a ship together.
I want a boat to be this big and carry this much. I would go to you to see what parts and sequence I would build it so that it would stay afloat.
Absolutely, yeah. We are the step in between you coming up with the design and the shipyard actually being able to build the vessel.
I'm told that teamwork at Genoa flows like, well, much like the beers flow from this tap. I'm not going to order one now. I was at this beer last weekend and was told explicitly not to come back. Oh, but there's Kyran Pennell, one of the project managers at Genoa. Let's go have a chat with him. So, Kyran, a shipyard, let's say in New Orleans, they dream up the ship that they want to build, and then do they send plans of the ship to you? Where does it go from there?
Yeah, they send conceptual design drawings from an engineering firm that allows us to provide a production package for the end user, which is the shipyard, to build for the client. And you see part A connected to part B, connected to part C and D, and so on down the line.
So, for example, you might be the person that I should go to. I have a niece who I promised I would make her a tire swing. And she has a tree in her backyard, and I got a piece of rope and a tire, but I'm not really moving forward with it.
Right.
If you had enough time and money, you could tell me where the rope should go and where the tire should go to build the tire swing.
Absolutely.
Well, we should talk after we're done with this.
Okay.
Here we are at the Marine Institute, one of the most respected marine engineering schools in the world. I'm joined by Chad Mercer, a project manager at Genoa. Chad, tell me a little bit about the transition from doing your schooling here to becoming one of the industry's leaders.
Well, here at Marine Institute, they teach you a practical approach to shipbuilding. You know, the smaller classrooms, you get the one-on-one. It gets reinforced a lot better. I went to work at Genoa as a summer student and actually got to go there afterwards, full-time employment when I graduated. And from there, I've graduated through the ranks to become a project manager. Genoa takes it a step further by applying lean manufacturing techniques to create a more efficient shipbuilding process.
Okay, just before we get into this lean process, just take a quick look at that.
Well, honestly, I've had better, but
so Chad, you were saying this lean process.
they started looking at value from a customer's perspective. You know, what do they want to pay for? What matters to them? And Genoa has taken that approach and has tried to apply it to the shipbuilding and engineering field. So what we do is we try to, as our slogan says, cut the waste. And all that means is anything that the customer doesn't want to pay for, using techniques such as 5S and Kaizen Blitz and all these different things, we're able to remove a lot of those wasted efforts. Anything that doesn't provide value to the customer is not value to us, because that's our whole our whole service is to give them value. So we try to cut the waste, as they say, and that's actually our trademark at Genoa.
Here we are with Genoa's Business Development Manager, Angela Porter. Angela, I know that a lot of Genoa's clients are in the States, in the southern states, but also that you're branching out into Europe quite a bit. Say I'm a shipbuilder in Austria. How do we meet?
Well, Johnny, chances are if you're in Austria, you're building ski lift equipment as opposed to ships, Austria being a landlocked country. However, if you're, say, in another Scandinavian country, Sweden, for instance, then it's up to us to ask the right questions and find out exactly what the client needs for the particular work they want done. The work we do at Genoa is very customized for every yard or design office that we work with.
Right, so if I contacted you and said, I'm just building a boat in my shed and all I have is some balsa wood and some thumbtacks, you would... You would have to tailor-make that plan for my need.
We would.
Here I am with Certified General Accountant Morris Pinsent. I've asked him to go over some of my numbers over the last few years, see how long it'll take me to get into the black. Apparently, as a self-employed actor, I should have been claiming income for the last several years. Morris, how's it looking?
Well, Johnny, I don't know. You should claim income.
Right.
The pub is not deductible.
Give me the lowdown on where you can see Genoa expanding over the next few years.
Well, Genoa have all the pieces. They have people, and they continue to add people, of course. They're established in the U.S., particularly. They can certainly move their product into Europe and into other markets. They have an established reputation now, which it took years to build, but it's a good one. You know, they've done well for themselves in between. So really, there's not a lot of limit to what that company could do.
Here I am with HR Manager Dana Bishop. Now, Dana, I understand that Genoa encourages a culture of fairness, not only in idea sharing in the workplace, but also with, for example, there are some terms here that I'm not used to, like profit sharing. There's also RSP top-up. That's kind of jargon to me, but maybe you could tell us a bit about this.
All profit sharing is introduced and shared between all employees.
It sounds like that the wages are very competitive for the field.
Very competitive.
Like you're just getting back from vacation, right?
Oh yes, I had a week off vacation, which I couldn't do before.
I've always wanted to go on a vacation.
I'm going to work for Genoa and you'll be able to do it.
That sounds like a plan. So, Len, obviously Genoa is expanding. Are you thinking about getting some new office space or anything?
Funny you should mention that.
So, Len, obviously, yeah, you have room for one or two more desks in here.
Well, yes, but all fun and games aside,
Len, before we put the games aside, a couple of your fellas told me that they spend their coffee breaks playing Nintendo Wii.
Yes, we just passed it. It's out in the common room.